Hey guys, Andrew here from Nitecore Singapore. I've been testing the new Nitecore AP05C ultra lightweight carbon fiber air pump for the last few weeks, and I want to give you my honest thoughts on whether it's actually worth buying. At $79, this isn't cheap, but it's actually less expensive than the popular Flextail Zero, which costs about $80 to $89, and at 43 grams total weight, it's about 19% lighter than the Flextail Zero's 53 grams. So the real question is, can you get better performance for less money? So I've tested this with ultra lightweight camping gear, travel inflatables, pool rings, and I'll tell you exactly what worked well, what the limitations are, and whether Nitecore actually delivers better value than its main competitor, the Flextail here. So before we dive in, I'll be giving away this AP05C, so subscribe and let me know what pump you currently use for camping or travel and how well it works for you. Once we hit 500 likes, I'll pick a winner from the comments below. So first of all, why do ultralight pumps like this exist? You've probably tried the basic solutions, the manual pumps, the built-in pump sacks, or just blowing things up by mouth. So manual pumps work, but they're heavy and exhausting to use. You can work up a sweat just pumping up an air mattress. Pump sacks, if you've never seen those before, are packs where you fill with air, then put it in, and you just press and then push the air in. They are lighter but slow and require good technique to use. Mouth inflation, just blowing it in is free but impractical for anything bigger than a pillow. Have you tried blowing up an air mattress all by yourself? Right, the Flextail Zero solved all of those problems when it launched incredibly convenient hands-free inflation. Now, 2 years later in 2025, Nitecore followed with this, the AP05C. So which one should you get? Let's break it down. So Nitecore uses a micro motor with carbon fiber housing to keep weight down. It's powered by a removable 950 mAh NL169R battery with a built-in C recharging port here. So the battery does come included. You can charge it by removing it from the back here. Okay, it just pops off and then you plug it into a power bank like so, and then you can see the battery charging. Red means it's half, green or blue means it's fully charged. It only has one button, simple 2-click operation. Just press twice to start and then press once to stop. 200 liters per minute airflow, 2.7 kilopascal pressure, and 45 minutes continuous runtime. But let's see how it performs in real world use. The good for ultralight gear, it works very well. Travel pillows inflate about 10 to 15 seconds, very thin sleeping bags in 60 to 90 seconds, and it handles those pool floats without issues. The 45-minute runtime is accurate. I got a full weekend of camping with battery to spare. So here's what this is not designed for. Thick camping air mattress take about 4 to 6 minutes, not the 90 seconds you might expect. The 2.7 kilopascal pressure also means it cannot inflate high pressure items like surfboard, bike tires, or firm mattresses. The weight and runtime specs are accurate though. The airflow rate seems right based on my timing test, and it clearly optimized for small volume, low pressure items rather than being a general purpose pump. The next important part are nozzles. Now Nitecore comes with 4 nozzles here, wide and narrow for air beds and pillows, and a silicone for balloons and vacuum bags here, and a pinch nozzle like this for all the swimming rings and those little kids toys and all that. So select the right nozzle, then attach it to an adapter here, then pop the adapter onto the pump like this. Okay, that's how it works. If you want to change another nozzle, just pop this off. You can push it in this way. Okay, simple. You can connect it on the inflating side or the deflating side. Right, very simple to use. But Flextail, however, comes with 6 nozzles that cover even more sizes. Right, but they're missing the pinch nozzle here. This is something that they don't have. So look at Flextail's selection of nozzles. It's huge. Now they attach directly to the pump and don't require any kind of adapter like this. So this is how the Flextail version works. So here's where Nitecore did better. It came with a nice water resistant pouch like this to keep everything organized. So all 4 adapters and the pump and spare battery fits in this very nice pouch here. Flextail's nozzle situation is quite problematic. Despite having 6 nozzles like this, users constantly complain about organization. Now if you read the reviews, they keep saying it's a mess in your backpack with all these little rubber adapters. It doesn't come with any case or bag and you don't want to lose any of them. So you kind of have to know what adapter you need on your trip, then secure it onto your lanyard with this loop here, and attach it, and then you go, right, so you don't lose it. Flextail does sell storage cases separately for about $19.99, which should have come standard. So Nitecore's included included pouch keeps the pump, battery and everything neatly protected without extra cost. But one area where Nitecore falls short compared to the Flextail Zero is nozzle connection. The Flextail heavily markets the hands-free convenience. In my testing, this actually proved accurate. The Flextail's rubber nozzles do create a secure seal that stays connected during pumping or deflating. Nitecore, however, uses a harder plastic to hold in place during operation. So this becomes annoying during longer inflation sessions, especially with thicker mattresses that take 4 to 6 minutes. You are stuck just holding the pump there in position, which kind of defeats the purpose of going electric over manual pumping. If hands-free operation is important to you, the Flextail's nozzle design is superior, even though you're paying a bit more for it. So here's what you're actually paying for compared to the Flextail Zero. The biggest advantage is runtime. The AP05C's 950 mAh battery gives you 45 minutes of runtime versus Flextail's 25 minutes, even though they use the same type of battery, CR123 but built-in recharging port, but somehow Nitecore has 80% longer runtime, which is massive for extended trips or group campings where you're inflating multiple items for everybody. So one thing I do have to call out for both brands is putting 23 grams on the box here and 33 grams on the box here for Flextail, which is not true because the battery needs to be inside to run, which adds another 20 grams. So why not put the actual weight instead of trying to appear lighter? So when you're buying such ultra lightweight things, do pay attention to the actual weight versus the advertised weight. The carbon fiber construction saves about 10 grams total weight. Now that may or may not matter to you if you're not an ultra light hiker. To me, you know, it kind of feels the same. Other aspects are basically the same. Both have removable USB-C rechargeable batteries. Both inflate and deflate. Both work with similar pressures and airflow rates. Size is exactly the same, diameter as well. So where Nitecore wins is better organization with the included water-resistant pouch and storage, longer runtime, lighter weight and lower price. You get a complete solution without needing to buy extra storage accessories. Where Flextail wins are the 6 nozzles here versus Nitecore's 4 nozzles, and most important, the hands-free operation which actually works thanks to the nozzle design. But what I couldn't test long term is whether the carbon fiber construction actually lasts longer than Flextail's metal housing. Now Nitecore does have a larger pump. The AP10 here is much heavier at 178 grams but more powerful and includes a built-in flashlight here. So this is the AP10. The inflator is here, deflator is here. You can pop on the flashlight as well. So this is better for car camping or when you want the extra features. So who should buy which? Get the Nitecore AP05C if you're doing ultralight backpacking where every gram matters. You prioritize longer runtime and organization, and you don't mind holding the pump during operations. You want better specs for the money. Get the Flextail Zero if hands-free operation is important to you. You want the extra nozzles and you don't mind paying for storage separately. Get the AP10 if weight doesn't matter to you. You want the built-in flashlight feature here and you need maximum power and don't mind the extra weight. So that's my honest take after 3 weeks of real-world testing. So whether you choose the AP05C for better overall value, the Flextail Zero for hands-free operation, or the AP10, know what trade-offs you're making and choose accordingly. Alright, so if this was helpful, subscribe for more honest gear reviews and I'll see you in the next one. MJ signing out.